Hello, brothers. This is Mr. Ellis. I'm here to give you an example of if statement, the decision structure that we're currently working on. Know that the program that I have assigned uh, may be a tad bit confusing to some of you guys, but I'm gonna go over two forms of the if statement: the if else, and then the if else if else. Okay, so here we go. First, I need to declare some variables. I want to declare a int and call it menu selection or min select. Okay. I also would like to have that should do the trick. One variable should do the trick. The rest will do with system.out. Okay. Well, first, I want to introduce you guys to menu creation. Like to have you learn how to create a menu using your JOption pane. I have a variable called min selection or select, which will accept the input from JOption pane. My menu will have 1, 2, 3, 4 on it. And so I'm going to use a parse int. So it's wrapper dot parse int, and JOption pane serves as its parameter. And I'm going to show input dialog. And now all I want him to do is select from this menu. 1. If 1 is selected, I want you to print your name. I want to use a new line. 2. If 2 is selected, I want to see the address. New line. 3. I would like the person's age. 4. Okay, 4, phone number. And then finally, you will prompt the user to select from the menu. If I could type, I'd be dangerous. Okay. I also need a semicolon at the end of this. Now, we are going to use the same menu for both demonstrations, but the first one will simply be an if else. Okay. I want to say if the selection made, min select, is equal to the number 1. Then, and of course, I always say this, there is no then there. That's the logical word. If, then, else. That's the logic of it. But the statement itself does not have a then in it. Okay. I want to say system.out.println, and the name is William. Okay. Now, if they don't select 1, in other words, if they select 2, 3, or 4, or any other number, I'm just simply going to say else, and do a system.out. wrong selection. Okay. Now, the logic of this is, of course, you see the double equal sign. Of course, I'm going to say this again. The double equal sign is used because single equal sign is the assignment operator. Okay. You assign values with the equal sign, the single equal sign. So the comparison operator is a double equal sign. Okay. Now, uh, this is really simplistic, and it should be because it's a logical thing. If the condition is true, then I'm going to print out the name William. The name is William. Okay. Else, if it's not true, I'm going to print out wrong selection. And as simple as that. Let me go through a process. Oh, something. Thread main. There's an error somewhere. Oh, that error was there even. Okay, let us try that again. Okay, first, I'm going to make the true condition, and then I will select something other than I will select 7. This is wrong selection. Okay, so that logic is really simple. Now, what happens when we open up this whole menu for a possibility of being selected or reacting to a selection of 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay, and if I'm using an if statement, I will have to create what is known as a case structure by using the if else. Else if condition min select equals 2, we'll print out an address. I'm going to cheat here so that I don't have to keep typing this. I'll print out an address. 1234 Grand Avenue. Okay. Which leads to an else for this if. Else if it is equal to 3, I would like to print out the age. 34. Now, so far we've got 1, 2, and 3. What happens if they select 4? I have to have an else for this. I have to have an else for this if. Goes if, else if, else if, else if is equal to 4. I'm going to use my predefined system.out and put in a phone number here, which is 777-9411. Not quite. All right. Now, in order to end this structure, we have to have a default. What if they don't select either 1, 2, 3, or 4? Okay. Go in here and you say else wrong selection. Now, what we've done is we've complicated the if statement by adding uh, multiple checks on one variable. Okay. If it's equal to 1, we write out someone's name. His name is William. If it's equal to 2, we write out an address. If it's equal to 3, we write out the age. If it's equal to 4, we write out a strange kind of telephone number. Okay. But if they select something other than 1, 2, 3, or 4, we have a default that says else wrong selection. I want to save this and run it. Okay. Well, let's start by putting in number 1. That seemed to have worked. Number 3. Let's speed this process up. That seems to have worked. Number 4. It's still looking. And now number 9. Wrong selection. This has been if statement for Computer Science 470 AP Java.